Fiverr works for you.
Let's hope so.
Continue with Google.
Jesse's sleeping with the enemy. No. Yeah. The easiest, you've got 3 OAuth setups available to you on Fiverr if you don't want to use direct email sign up. You can use Google, Apple, or Facebook. Most people these days have a Google account.
Is it better to have my name or Life Jugglers?
Well, if it's a Life Jugglers or a Purple Burger site, I would use the business.
Since we're putting both into Fiverr, I'm thinking my name would be better. Then it doesn't matter if they come from Purple Burger, they come from Live Jugglers, they see Jesse.
What I would do, personally, in your situation, is I would say something, I would say either Life Jugglers or Purple Burger, and then say on the Life Jugglers website, you could have Life Jugglers from Purple Burger. Welcome to Fiverr, Life Jugglers.
Welcome to Fiverr.
You are a freelancer.
I'm a freelancer looking to offer my services. Upload your experience. 8 minutes?
Yeah, but this only works if you've got something to connect to and download from.
So I need to fill it out manually.
You need to fill it out manually.
All right. Short tagline.
Life's a juggle.
Tagline?
Yeah, that's fine.
Tagline can only contain letters, numbers, spaces.
No grammar. Jesse, you've been told about grammar on the internet.
Am I not allowed?
Get rid of that apostrophe, Jesse.
I'm not allowed an apostrophe here either?
Get rid of the apostrophe. This has been news to Jesse.
What is this?
He didn't realise that...
I'm not even allowed commas?
Get rid of that comma. You can't use grammar on the internet. It's a tagline. You can use grammar in the about box if it makes you feel any better.
I hope
so. Let's give you guys this quick lesson that is coming as a shock to Jesse. A lot of ad networks and websites don't allow the use of apostrophes or commas, semicolons, etc. in short descriptions, titles, and headlines. So like inside an advertisement, you'll find a lot of sites won't let you have the apostrophe, etc. This is to do with database injection, where somebody can use grammar to get access to the database on the website. You can use strip tags to clean this up before the entry occurs, but the safest thing a website can do to prevent a hacker being able to exploit a website using grammar is to simply not allow grammar in those very specific short form boxes. So, if you're ever using something that has less than 200 characters available, to be fair, you don't need to be wasting the character on the grammar, and you probably are allowed the grammar anyway. So get used to writing things in a form that will avoid needing it.
I want to say my description here is relevant.
Jesse's currently just using his LinkedIn details as a way of setting up his Fiverr. However, he's now massively exceeded the allowance.
600 characters. Man, okay. What do you want to do when you grow up? I want to be a chef, and everything I'd ever wanted. Oh wait, a challenge.
So what you've done here is you've gone a bit too personal. If somebody goes here,
yeah,
they're going to be for a quick slap at what your business does. So what you want to be doing is simply saying, I'm Jesse of Life Jugglers from Purple Burger. I'm the creator of an independent board game. I do collaborative coaching. I help with online marketing.
All right. So what do you want to be when you grow up? So I like the question. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you'll want to skip it because you need to, when it comes to closing a customer, you've got to be fast. You've got 4 seconds to make sure they carry on reading. So I offer collaborative coaching. There, fantastic. Juggling too much. I help you. That's exactly what you want to go with. It's easy for any of us to be used to the idea that we've got more room than we do. It's not just about how much room we have to type. It's about the probability the person on the other end is going to have time to read it all. Living in an era of TikTok and video, a lot of people are going to be used to doing things in very, very short form. This is sort of our enemy and sort of our friend. Now, the great thing is they'll skip other people quick. The bad thing is if we don't get our promotion right, then they'll skip us quick too. If Jesse had simply tried to go ahead using his LinkedIn, which was an interesting backstory, he would have made the same monumental error that most people do when they're writing a blog for their recipe website, telling you their backstory instead of the project's backstory. So now you want to specify, because you haven't told people you do collaborative coaching.
Did you look at my LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay. Because you were really quick on the collaborative coaching. It's like, how do you know that?
I read the screen.
I update.
You would not believe how quickly I can read.
That's true, because I read very slowly. From the 12 sessions we did together, what are the top 3 takeaways?
Let's give a bit of an endorsement. I never endorsed him. During the time I spent talking to Jesse, I was able to reflect on myself in very specific ways that have helped me target my position on the Snipe projects, which is why there has been such a revival. You know, we've been around for 20 years, but I have been happy with the company at the level it was at. We never aimed to punch above our weight. We never aimed to compete with the larger networks. We never aimed to compete with the larger social, search, or advertisers. We aimed to be exactly where we were. But as I spent my time with Jesse, I decided that I had set myself a personal restriction that didn't need to be there. And at this time, Snipe is changing its entire company structure to be an internationally incorporated organisation from the small UK organisation it was. So I can vouch for the work a little.
I need to click.
Right, stop.
Okay.
We had a conversation earlier where you talked about how you value yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And you assured me that you gave yourself a high level of value. Where did you learn to public speak?
I was a Toastmaster for 3 years.
You were a Toastmaster for 3 years. And in what world is a 3-year longevity Toastmastering career intermediate?
See, the thing, I think there's a bell curve for this. When you become an expert in something, you see that other people
Are better. And then you put yourself down. But you're not intermediate.
You would consider me a pro?
You're a pro public speaker.
Thank you. Another endorsement. Okay.
This is an important issue that requires a lot of self-reflection. And ironically, I will recommend maybe you want to talk to a life coach about this. But we have versions of ourselves that we see. And that is our first business obstacle, not the client. Now, some of us will see ourselves as the best at everything. We will pitch ourselves as cream of the crop. No one can defeat us. And then we will let our clients down because we're not quite there. Maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Then, on the other hand, we've got people who don't value themselves high enough. We think, I'm not worth this. I don't know that I can do this. I'm not good enough. Now, the fact is, whether or not you think you're brilliant and you're actually just in the middle, or whether or not you think you're not very good and you're also in the middle, or even on that top tier. Often I find people who don't rate themselves are very high up in the capabilities, and people who think they're amazing tend to be low to medium. It doesn't necessarily mean it will apply to you, but it means our self-image is going to affect what we think we're worth. This will affect our pricing, and then that will affect our ability to close a customer. So sit down and ask people, if you were to come to me for this, do you think I would be the first person you call? Would you follow my advice? And you need to be very clear to the people you're talking to, because the people who know you best will be your friends and family. Yeah, a public survey won't get you the detail you need, and your friends and family will lie to you. You need to say to them, I need you to be actually critical of me right now, because my future and my life depend on how I perceive this. If you tell me I'm great, and I end up on Britain's Got Talent, not hitting a single key, I will be embarrassed for the rest of my life. You know, you see it. People who've gone, well, my family say I'm fantastic, but they're not. or people who go in and they will charge. When I first started doing data recovery back in the day, I charged £70 a drive. And while that got me some lifelong clients, apparently my competitors were charging thousands for corporate recovery.
Okay, I got public speaking, effective writing, business coaching, interpersonal communication, and I was really tempted to put RuneScape coaching because I saw it as an option.
Do you play RuneScape?
I played for years.
Hmm.
It's not relevant here, but it's just... I found it interesting that there is such a thing as RuneScape coaching.
My son does Destiny carries.
Okay.
I would, however, if you can have 5, I would have internet marketing. Your training is an internet marketer. You can put...
I'm not going to ask you any questions.
You can put beginner to intermediate.
Internet searching.
Yeah. Try just marketing.
Global marketing.
Global marketing. There you go.
Experience ready.
Yep.
Okay. Work experience.
Right.
Optional.
It is optional, but
Important.
important.
Title. Coach. Somewhere else.
In the event on Fiverr, when trying to enter your work experience, you are met with not being able to find your business, which is actually really high. You've got 2 choices. 1, turn back time and log in with LinkedIn. Or 2, simply use a generic term. In Jesse's case, I used coach, and make sure you put the actual business in the title, Coach at Life Jugglers.